I call the member for Werriwa.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. This past Saturday, hundreds of angry residents and landowners from the Western Sydney Aerotropolis gathered at Landowners Showground for a community meeting. They wanted answers from the federal and state government on their future. Many have been abandoned and feel left in limbo, their lands sterilised by the stroke of a bureaucrat's pen. They are not opposed to the construction of Western Sydney Airport. They welcome the jobs and the other opportunities it will bring. They simply want answers. I've spoken in the House in the support of the landowners on numerous times. I've written dozens of letters to various ministers, both state and federal, and I've met with representatives from the New South Wales Department of Planning, Industry and Environment. But despite all assurances, the situation is not improving. Quite the opposite, in fact. When I spoke in October last year on the subject, there was a potential light at the end of the tunnel. Visitors to the Department of Planning's website could find an FAQ with a section on land acquisitions. Here it referred to the Wannamatta South Creek Delivery Strategy, a document which was to confirm land uses, access, ownership and management arrangements, with consultation to begin in late 2020. However, don't bother looking for it today. You won't find it because it's not there. The only reference to the strategy now states it will set out Wannamatta South Creek's trees, open space and creeks and how they will be managed into the future, and it'll be released sometime this year. Whether it's land acquisition, the process for priority precincts, or simply getting a meeting with those responsible, there seems to be two sets of rules. One for those with influence, big donors to the Liberal Party, access to ministers, favourable zoning outcomes and sale prices well above exceeding valuations. And there's a second rule for ordinary people. This rule gives you radio silence, shifting goalposts and livelihoods destroyed. While the Liberal government doesn't seem to be the least bit interested in the plight of these hard-working men and women, there are some on our side who are. These decisions are affecting real people who have lived in this part of Sydney most of their life. Many are now elderly and forced to stay in homes that no longer cater for their needs because of stairs and other issues, people dying of cancer who want the time they left to be stress-free as possible. I have heard so many heartbreaking stories. There are too many in the time I have available today. At the community meeting on Saturday, they were just asking for certainty so they could make their plans to the future. I'm launching this week a petition calling on the New South Wales State Government to provide certainty to these landowners under the Just Terms Acquisition Act. It's simple: fairness, transparency and a timeline. When will the land be purchased? How much will they get and by who? This is all the small landowners want: a fair go and a certainty for the future.